The music of Splatoon. It's weird. It's good. And sometimes it's Splatoon as a series was widely known for being Nintendo's first shooter game, but one thing a lot of people love is just how fleshed out the world is. There's branded clothes, weapon brands, and different bands who perform the music. And just like people, these bands grow, drift apart, find new spaces, or stay united. It's actually such a minor thing that I love about Splatoon. Except that they killed Ink Theory after 2 songs. They're the best band, by the way. Well, a lot of content surrounding Splatoon goes over the game itself, but today I just want to talk about the music and how it's evolved, cool details, and what's still so good or catchy about it. So I sat down and listened to the whole OST of all 3 games, and now I'm ready to share these tidbits with all of you. You open Splatoon 1 and this is what you hear, and honestly, as someone who grew up with this game, this is one of those images that I can hear. I don't know what about this short intro was so captivating to me as a kid, but whatever it is, it worked. Anyway, the first real track I want to talk about is a severely underrated banger, which is actually an alternate version of Splat Attack. Everyone talks about Splat Attack, and it's even in all 3 games, but no one really seems to talk about this version. I'm talking about the Splat Attack Jam Session. It's just a chill arrangement of Splat Attack, and it sounds like a band is warming up. It's so good, and I don't know if it's just me, but it feels like in cartoons, when the main character opens the garage door and the sun shines through, and it's like, yeah, today's gonna be epic. I kinda wish this song was in every game with its own rendition, with the stylistic choices of each entry. It would be a cool way to preserve yet keep evolving such a great song. Next, I just want to briefly talk about Inger Sync, and this aspect reflects to most of the songs in Splatoon 1. People complain that, Splatoon 3 is Chaos themed, but that's just Splatoon 1. And after listening to the whole OST, well, I have to agree. Splatoon 1 music just feels like a less radical version of Splatoon 3. It feels less chaotic and less punk rock, but in a good way. Even songs like Metalopod that would fit better in Splatoon 3 use more synthesizers and other elements to not make it feel as heavy. I don't know, it's just more lighthearted in Splatoon 1, and something about that I really appreciate. The song Visiting Inkopolis Plaza is an interesting one in my opinion, because it feels overwhelming, but that's the point. This song plays when you first enter Inkopolis, and immediately it tells you that, unlike other games, this isn't your average city. This city is so lively and bustling with personality, and this song captures that so well. Like there's literally a giant raccoon right there on a rooftop. It just shows how well each song was thought out with where it plays in Splatoon 1. Something I found really fascinating was the Plaza theme. Usually people don't spend more than like a minute or 2 here, but the Plaza theme is over 4 minutes long and has many changing motifs. It's actually really cool that they did that for something people wouldn't really hear, especially when the lobby and in-queue themes are so redundant in comparison. This next one I really like because apparently Cuttlefish has his own theme, and the percussion is trying to provide this like army feeling, but everything else feels confused on what the song's supposed to be. So it conveys that he's a soldier, but he's not as sharp as he used to be, and honestly, I like it for that. Finally, we have the story mode music. It's the funny music that all the memes come from. I wonder who made those videos. Anyway, I think it's cool that the devs could make a cohesive song out of random sounds. I remember as a kid hearing this song out of nowhere while playing the story mode and just stopping and being like, what am I listening to? But now I find it so cool. I also like that it's radically different from the Inkling music because of the cultural differences between Inklings and Octolings. A nice touch in my opinion. One song from the story mode I do want to highlight specifically is Octo Weaponry, for just how much goes on here. Like they pull out an acoustic guitar that kinda slaps, and even a male choir at one point. And this electric boop part sounds very familiar to me, but I don't know what it could be, but kinda sounds like a 3DS setting sound. Well, that's my musical recap of Splatoon 1 OST, but it says here I missed a song. No, you don't mean...